Welcome back again. We are going to talk about food pyramids. Classic. You want to talk about food pyramids. What are food pyramids? And I want you to understand that we have got what are called pyramid of numbers, and we also have pyramid of biomass. So without wasting any time, I want us to quickly look at them, and you shall be able to understand and relate to the concepts very well. These are what to call illustrations that I've attached to show you a pyramid of energy. How does it look like? And also a pyramid of numbers and so forth. So these diagrams, we are just going to look at them, identifying again the energy transfer, checking also the lost energy lost, and we shall look at these and quickly just understand them and critique them together as a class. So without wasting any time, uh, food pyramids a food pyramid is a visual representation, is a diagrammatic, it's a diagram. It's a diagram. It is it is a diagram that illustrates, it is a graphical illustration, graph that illustrates the feeding relationships and energy flow among organisms in an ecosystem. So now that diagram, it also shows the movement of energy or the transfer of energy and the feeding relationship. So typically, the base of the pyramids is occupied by the photosynthetic autotrophs. These are plants. Plants are occupying the base of the pyramid. So we are saying plants which harness solar energy. We say that they use which use solar energy to produce their own food. Therefore, we say that they are what? They are producers. The plants are producers because they are able to make their own food. So the next level comprises the herbivores or plant-eating organisms. We have already talked about that, which consume this energy. These plants for energy. At the top are carnivores or meat-eating animals. They prey on the herbivores. They hunt, they hunt and kill. They hunt and kill the herbivores for food or for meat. So what we need to understand is that this structure, it highlights a significant, it shows the significant energy loss that occurs at each trophic level, as only a fraction of the energy from plants is transferred to the herbivores, and an even smaller amount reaches the carnivores. So we are saying there is loss of energy, there is loss of energy at each trophic level. We have already talked about that to say what is the cause of loss of energy at each trophic level. So there are three main types of ecological pyramids. Ne? There are three types of them. There are basically three types of ecological pyramids. There are basically three types of them, which is of ecological pyramids. We have got one, uh, the pyramid number pyramids, which which count the population at each level, and then we have got two, the biomass pyramid, which measures the total mass of any of organisms. Biomass measures the total mass of organisms in that total number of organisms, and also the energy pyramids, which is number three, which indicate the total energy available at each trophic level. The total energy available at each trophic level is also shown by the energy pyramid. So the different trophic levels are often represented by ecological pyramids, are different trophic levels or different feeding stages. These are feeding stages also, in other words, feeding stages are also represented by ecological pyramids. So there are three types of ecological pyramids which we have already identified as we have talked about them: one, two, and then three. Understand? We have already identified them. So let's quickly just talk about the pyramid of numbers. The pyramids of numbers show the actual number of organisms. So we are talks about total population. It looks at total population of organisms at each trophic level. So we are talking about the number of organisms at each. Don't forget that we are talking about population at each trophic level, and it's a graphical representation that actually illustrates, that actually shows, which actually shows the number of individual organisms at each trophic level in an ecosystem. So we have got an illustration that we have given here as a what? A pyramid of numbers. This is a pyramid. This is a pyramid uh, of numbers that we have here. So there is decrease in numbers as we go up. So what is happening is at the base, we said it is producers that we can see there, and then we have got primary consumers, which are second. We have got third, the secondary, and then fourth, the tertiary. So we are saying it is a pyramid of numbers. We are seeing the total number of organisms at each level. At each level, we are given the total number of organisms. So we have got 300 uh, grass blades that are eaten by 5 locusts. That 5 locusts are eaten by 2 frogs, and also we have got one owl. In this case, it is just balancing the ecological statistics, or it is balancing the number of organisms in order to avoid extinction. The number of organisms, as you can see, they decrease as we go up in order to avoid overexploitation or over overeating, and then obviously result in overpopulation. So in this case, what we are saying is that the number of organisms at each trophic level lower than the other, it is always less in order to sustain the energy requirement of that next trophic level. So what we need to understand is that there is decrease in numbers as it goes up in order to ensure the carrying capacity, or in order to ensure the balancing of the numbers that we are talking about. So plants and subsequent levels representing primary consumers and herbivores. So now what we just need to see, okay, sorry, we have got, let me just quickly look at pyramids of biomass. We said this is number 2. Pyramids of biomass show the total mass. We said the total mass of the organisms at each trophic level is graphical representation of the amount of living tissue or biomass at each trophic level in an ecosystem. Is typically pyramid shaped and with a base representing primary producers. So what we need to understand is that at the base, or the order of organisms does not change. The organisms remain the same, as to say what we have on the base, on a food pyramid, I mean on a pyramid of biomass, and also on a pyramid of numbers, it does not change. What only change is what is being depicted. On a pyramid of biomass, it actually shows the total mass of organisms at each trophic level, but having also producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers going up. So we have got a typical graph that is like that. We are saying mass at the producers. We have got 1,000 kgs. These are our producers that are also indicated on the left side there. We have got our herbivores, 100 kg, which is the second trophic level. Second trophic, uh, it is the second trophic level. And then we have got the third one, which is showing primary carnivore with a 10 kg, which is also our third. And then we go to the tertiary, which is the carnivore, which is 1 kg. So this is uh, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. We are saying biomass, it has to show the total mass of organisms at each trophic level class. So the organisms are still the same as you see: one, two, three, four, still having our organisms in their order, but what is being depicted is that the biomass, it has to show the total mass of the organisms. And then lastly, we want to look on a pyramid of energy, also known as a trophic pyramid of ecological pyramid. Is a graphical representation that illustrates the flow of energy through different trophic levels in an ecosystem. And then it visually demonstrate how energy decreases as it moves from producers to consumers. We are saying the decrease of energy from producers to consumers. The pyramid shape is used because energy is lost at each trophic level, primarily as what we say that it is lost as what as heat, resulting in less energy available to higher trophic levels. So what we are seeing is that it is actually illustrating the flow of energy via the various different trophic levels in an ecosystem, showing the decrease in energy as it moves from the lower levels going up. So as you can see, we are saying there is loss of energy, there is loss of energy, there is loss of energy at every level there, loss of energy, loss of energy. So we are saying it actually depicts that loss of energy at every trophic level, representing also what the decrease in that energy. So therefore the shape is used because it is showing a decrease in energy from the base, from the producers going up. These are shown by a pyramid of energy. Pyramid of energy, as you can see, we are saying arrows at the edge of the pyramid are showing loss of energy, but arrows inside the pyramid is these ones that I can number. These ones are showing transfer of energy from one trophic level to another. But we are saying the size of the trophic level is decreasing. It's becoming sharp. It is broader at the base, but sharpening as it goes up, identifying also that energy is being lost. So therefore, less energy is available to the higher next trophic level. That is what we mean by a pyramid of energy. So class, thank you very much for your time, and keep on connecting friends and family. Let's do it together. Let's continuously subscribe, share, and like and comment our videos. So therefore, the channel becomes bigger and it can also empower all of us. Future leaders, they are born through Metric Hub. Let's do it together. Have a good stay and let's keep connected in the next upcoming videos. Don't forget to turn on your notification buttons.